Where is my notebook? Struggling this rising. I gotta share something with Instagram. I wanted to post it just on my Patreon page, but then I realized if I did that, decrease my reach. If you did that, I would decrease my reach. So I'm gonna be quick on here because I don't want to stay on this too long because I actually have to get started. Oh, I just tweaked. Damn. Great Rising. Hey, Great Rising. Hey, Taiwanda, do you have do you want a sweater? I'm placing the order tomorrow on Friday. I placed the orders on Friday. Do you want a sweater and invoke your Ashe sweater? That's what I need to know from you, sis. They're gonna be $50. That's including shipping. Okay. $50 including shipping. $50 including shipping. Let me get some Palo Santo. Today is a lit day. All right. So Instagram. Let me light some Palo Santo for y'all because y'all be needing it. Y'all hard-headed. Come over to Patreon 90 days. Y'all always want to catch me when it's free, and the message ain't always on point and just for you when it's free. Sometimes your energetic investment to the universe is you taking ownership. Okay. I'll hit you in a few with the one I want. Okay. All right, sis. So we live on Patreon. If you have a Patreon account, make sure you just sign off on Patreon. Say here, share it with your friends. This is what you could do. Share it with your friends, okay? So the message that I want to share with you today, or that I've been called to share with you all, especially on Instagram, is when you have reached a point of going past your growth edge, when the things that used to trigger you don't trigger you anymore, and when you have the capacity to know when someone is projecting onto you, and when they're broken, and when their energy is negative or toxic or operating from a deficit. A lot of you all that struggle with commitment issues, you struggle with the commitment issues because you don't believe in yourself. Your intuition is not strong. You don't believe in your capacity and in your magic. So when someone agitates you, it takes all your control. You allow it to steal all your joy. Discipline, commitment, and self-love, I agree, have a lot to do with where you are in your healing. I have had the most aspirating, just draining conversations with sisters who are saying that they're ready for healing, but every time I provide a solution for them, they're like, no, I shouldn't really do that. I need to take care of the kids. I need to do this. I'd be like, sis, but you spiritually dead right now. Ain't nobody pouring nothing into you. Commitment. We have commitment issues. Black women do too, some of us. And it's a disservice to us for us just to just act like we don't. Right? Committing to something. That's why you notice a lot of motherfuckers ain't talking about New Year's resolutions anymore. How many people on your top timeline talking about their progress on their New Year's resolution? How many of them? Tag me to their page. I want to know them. If they're still talking about the goals that they set in December of 2018 and they're still actively working on them, or if they got silent but are working on them, but they've been dropping hints that they're working on them, I want to know them. A lot of us struggle with the self-love issue. That's about, and it's trust and commitment. Do you trust yourself? Do you trust yourself? I'm in a really weird place with mental health movements right now. And the reason why I say that is because I am a person who struggles with mental health issues, right? It first was made aware to me. One, I think it started with the grieving. One, let's go all the way back. I think it started in my mother's womb, right? So I've been exposed to depression and anxiety my whole life, my whole existence. Then my father's side, he has bipolarism. He's an Army vet and he has PTSD. Seed, my seed, the seed that made me, my father and my mother. So mental health, the reason why I'm struggling with the mental health phenomenon is because we have to balance proper care with not enabling and also holding accountable. And I think we need to expand our look at mental health, you know. And I felt this way. I felt this way when I was nursing my daughter too. I remember like the nurses will come in and they'd be like, you don't have to. One nurse came in and was like, you know, you don't get a trophy for breastfeeding. I mean, you know, you don't get a trophy for birthing naturally, right? Bitch, disrespectful to bring into my birthing room how you ever even said those words, as if I gave a fuck about a trophy, right? But mental health, what I'm seeing, a lot of my friends might be upset with me who are actually in the field, but what I'm seeing is that people are being misdiagnosed at an exponential rate. We can clearly see somebody that's on the autism spectrum, but we can't see someone who's intuitively inclined. We got so many brilliant people being labeled with bipolarism, chronic depression, PTSD, anxiety, and I'm looking at the healing. Their healing regimen is so passive and it's not consistent. And don't have the proper follow-up. One of that is learning, discipline, and working your mental muscles. This is only one snippet of the story, in my opinion, because I've been there. I have been labeled with PTSD, postpartum depression, anxiety due to an abusive relationship, and my dad had PTSD, so it's really past that. My shit is deep. Sometimes it be shit that I be like, I didn't even have this experience, but I don't like you right now. Get the fuck away from me. PTSD, historical trauma, epigenetics. It's science. You can research it. Anything that I'm saying, you can research it, okay? I don't want y'all to use me as your major reference. Post-traumatic slave syndrome, in of time, and I'm going to get off of here. Because what I want to say to y'all is really commit. Commit to yourself. Even just every day. Just today. Just today. Just for today. You are going to tell depression, fuck you. Just for today. One day. That was me yesterday. I felt that shit creeping up. I was sitting in bed. I did the live. I was lit after the live, right? I was like, man, I need to take a nap. My bed, because I moved the lives in my room with my bed. So it's so tempting. Mentality. I had to get up. I had to force myself. The compromise was you're going to take a 30-minute nap because your body probably is tired and your mind needs some rest. You're going to take a nap and you're going to get up. You're going to get up after the 30 minutes and you're going to go do what you need to do. I had to drag myself out of the house. I had to up my dose of vitamin D because I live in Minnesota, so I don't have a lot of exposure to sunlight, right? I had to increase the foods that I brought into my body. if that's not commitment, if that's not determination, not saying we're not fighting hard enough, just saying we don't have, what I'm saying in the mental health thing, we don't have the support that we need. We're being guided. And when somebody pushes us to our growth edge and to show you, oh, anxiety, right? What if I showed you what happened in your brain when anxiety happens? What if I go back into your history and when I say, damn, this happened to you when you were 3? That's why you worry so fucking much. This is how I healed myself with the separation anxiety with my daughter. I was like, where is this coming from? Every time I would get ready to drop her off, I would have a slight panic attack and I would just cry and I would feel like the worst mom ever, right? But I had to go to work. I had to pay bills. I had to kiss my baby and fight that separation anxiety. Like, get in the ring and box that shit. Be like, what? Man, my baby is safe. I've selected this daycare. I watch this daycare. I can call during lunch if I need to. I can pop up if I need to. I can kiss her and provide protection around my baby. She is fine and I'm coming back. Ain't no need for me to be upset, to be worried about whether I'm gonna let her down if I don't come back, because that's not my story. That's my mom's story. That's not my story. So people who are carrying these things, what I'm saying is holistically, you have to have several approaches to wellness and healing. That's holistic healthcare. You might get assessed from something and they may say, dang, the reason why you're actually having these bipolar symptoms is because you're deficient in vitamin 12. You're deficient in vitamin D. Take this tea. Sit your ass down and have a good meal. Rest. Take some melatonin and actually go to sleep. Your brain is hyperwired. So now you're feeling this and you're feeling that. But it's a lot of work to work with somebody like that, because you got to fight their demons at the same time that you're trying to get them to fight the demons, but they really fighting themselves. Y'all should see the pattern every year in January. You have an influx of people who are like, I'm going to do it differently this year. New year, new me. I ain't doing this no more. I ain't doing that no more. I ain't going to the club. I'm about to buy a house. Woo, 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 right? And then a few weeks go by and you be like, damn, nigga, now you at the club in VIP and you got a bottle? Contradiction. It takes 21 days to establish a habit, but it takes 90 days to establish a lifestyle. Commitment. Are you willing to commit to yourself? Okay, get the bipolarism, diagnosed. And get you somebody on your psychology squad that is cold at what they do, and they're inclusive and they understand that your journey is not anybody else's. So when they diagnosing you with whatever they need to do, they checking in with you because you the number one expert on your body and your brain and how it makes you feel and how your triggers make you feel. Right? I didn't have my breakthrough in therapy until I finally stopped lying to my therapist. For the first 3 weeks, I lied to her. Like, it wasn't that I intentionally lied to her, but I withheld information because I thought that she was going to judge me until I start having anxiety attacks. I start having the anxiety attacks and I was like, yo, this is incapacitating to my body. Physically, my body just took over my shit and I couldn't control it and I was pissed. So the next time I went into her office, I showed her rage. I showed her I'm pissed the fuck off that my body just broke down the way that it did, right? That was when she was like, her eyes popped open. She was like, who is this, Jasmine? It wasn't namaste. I'm like, I just want everything to work out and I'm a good person and he's a good person and I know our families are good people. But then I was like, man, fuck. I've been abused by a narcissist and it continues to try to happen. So commitment to myself and my child. Because what if I have an anxiety attack on the expressway one day? Right? Because what if I snap out and harm my child? So she gave me the diagnosis. I studied and I researched and I read and I learned myself and my triggers. I learned how to take back control, how to breathe, what to eat. I paid attention to the times that I have flare-ups. I kept a journal. I kept a notebook. I kept a calendar, a date. Damn, man. Every March, I'm depressed. Every March. Y'all got to be the main studiers of yourself. And because we don't believe in ourselves and because we don't have self-love, when they tell us about ourselves, we believe them. And that's what makes us sick. That was a breakthrough. Had I continued to lie and wear the mask, she would have just thought I was depressed and I was sad. No, bitch. I was like, this ain't no regular sadness. I will kill him. Right? I'm going to kill him one day if you don't help. So some of y'all stop sending me these stories in your inboxes about how you can't take yourself and make yourself a priority, because it's going to continue to stay in your body. And the child that you're saying you love so much, what's going to happen is you are going to begin to pass that toxicity and that limiting mindset and that self-doubt to yourself. To your child. Right? So stop lying to yourself and to others about why you can't commit. That's why people continue to get up in the new year, new me shit. The new year ain't even when our fucking new year. Our new year as Black and African people is in March and April. It's springtime when there's life and colors and joy and peace. And people are supposed to be thinking about the sacrifices that have been made for them to walk this earth. Your brain is a muscle. Historical trauma and epigenetics. That's the word of the day. That's what I want y'all to go study. And if you go read books about that and you don't understand the fight that you got to fight to reprogram our DNA so that our children who will come after us, so that they could really be free, stop talking to me about community and unity and uplifting, because you ain't doing shit. Because when you become an ancestor, you ain't going to be worth shit. Because you're too mentally unstable. I know there are ancestors that I don't call on for certain things. Because I know the life that they lived. And I know once I call on them and I invoke their name, I got some work to do to fix that karmic debt. This shit is a facade, a lot of it. Too distracted. We too distracted. We care about what everybody else think, to the point where we don't even believe ourselves, but we say we're God-fearing people. Not a God-fearing person, because God created you in her own image. How God created you. It says, I made you in my own image. I am. Therefore, you are. Wherever you go and you call on me, you will have my blessing, my power, my magic, basically. Wherever two or more touch and agree, and so it will be. Amen. Amun. The secrets are just in plain daylight for us. But because we don't read and we don't commit to something, when is the last time you sat down and you read a book from start to finish? When is the last time you read your book from start to finish? You read a book. When is the first time you picked a book about a topic that you feel like you're ignorant in? For example, okay, The Alchemist, right? I'm gonna give y'all one story and then I gotta go. The Alchemist was the first book that my ELA teacher gave me when we graduated. She gave it to our entire class and she gave us a rubber band. I need to find this woman. I need to send her an email or something. She gave us a rubber band. I'm about to cry again. About to cry again. I'm crying because I see y'all at the edge of growth. And the answer is commitment. And it's making me emotional. But anyway, she gave me a rubber band in The Alchemist. And she wrote us a letter as a class. This was like some freedom writer type shit. White woman, so what? She touched my life and she touched my soul, my spirit. She gave me the book, The Alchemist, the letter. It basically said, like, y'all going away to college. That shit gonna be hard. But I watch y'all struggle as a class. And I watch y'all come together and rally around each other. And I don't think nobody passed that damn ELA thing. And she said, I want you to think of yourself as this rubber band. You're gonna stretch. But the beautiful thing is it comes back. And I was like, I was crying. I just start crying instantly because when I closed that book and I put that pencil down and I raised my hand and I said I was done with the test, I knew that I didn't pass that shit. I think I got a 2. Y'all making me cry. I knew that I didn't pass that ELA test. Ain't no way I even got any points. I was like, man, her name was Gina Kaniva. I was like, man, Miss Kaniva, that was hard. I was like, man, I'm glad it's over. I don't even want to look at the test. I got a 2, matter of fact. I think you needed a 3 to get college credit. And I'm gonna ask my class who got some points. Anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all this and then I gotta go. It wasn't until during my depression and healing myself that I pick up The Alchemist. Bitch. If I would have not been hard-headed and read that over summer break before I went to Carleton College, one of the highest performing liberal arts school in the nation, number 5 in the nation. The letters I got behind my name ain't just no fuck shit. Like, I worked hard for that. If I would have read that book before I got to Carleton, do you know that the mental battle that I went to about self-evaluating whether I was worthy to walk that campus would have been gone. So you think it, therefore it is. If you want something as strong as your heart's desire and you're pure at your heart, the universe will conscribe to make it happen for you. I wanted that degree. I needed that degree. And I let them white folks beat me up so fucking much. So much. To make me feel like I was stupid. But it wasn't until I fought in the ring and I cried that shit out. And I looked in the mirror and I'm like, do they know who you are? Like Jasmine Boda, little Jazz from Detroit, 7 Mile, right? Whose first introduction to grief was through a C-section. Or through my mom's womb. Do they know who the fuck I am? I don't belong here. I was in the mirror like, you don't belong here. You were valedictorian of Corliss High School, south side of Chicago. You went to Coffee Middle School in Detroit that was on the closing list for fucking ever and graduated valedictorian of 8th grade. You went to Bow Elementary School that has birthed some of the most amazing people that have come out of Detroit. You Evelina and Willie Hunter's granddaughter. Bitch, this degree belonged to me before I even got here. Y'all gonna give me my shit. It wasn't until then. But y'all, the commitment to myself and the battles that I had to fight to myself have to be, they gotta mean something to you. Some of y'all write y'all goals down in your notebook and then you close it. Some of y'all got a passion planner and you don't never write in it. Some of y'all got some heavy hitter mentors and some contacts that you don't even ask for help and you don't sit down and get on their schedule. It's because self-worth. You don't believe you're worthy of that. And you scared of yourself. You scared to actually break through and heal and become successful because that's going to bring too much attention to you. You want to heal and be broken and silent. I don't care about y'all seeing me cry. I hope this inspires and saves somebody's life because somebody might be behind the screen saying like, yo, I'm having a hard time. Like now I'm starting to have Black women who have PTSD in my inbox. And I'm like, sis, listen, the biggest thing is mindfulness and grounding to your body. When you go see a therapist and you tell them they have PTSD, the first thing they're going to do is try to prescribe you some damn drugs that's going to make you a walking zombie, that's going to kill your connection to God, that's going to push you away from everything natural, that's going to take away your appetite, that's going to make you have mood swings, that's going to make you have horrible periods, that's going to make you have stillborn babies. Come on, y'all gonna start listening to me at some point. No, I told them no. When she said depression and when she said there might be a possibility that you have to breastfeed your child, I said, over my dead fucking body is this depression going to take that from my baby? And I had to go fight it. That's when I changed my diet, y'all. That's when I start eating like a rabbit. Because my life depended on it. Some of y'all have financial blockages because you're not eating right. Money don't want to be attracted to fucking garbage. Money don't want to be attracted to somebody that's going to spend it at McDonald's. Like, that's how we got to start thinking. People don't think, and people be like, oh, Jazz, it ain't really even that deep. Yes, it is, because I see your problem. And as a Capricorn, I'm like, man, you stupid. Just commit. Commit to changing. Oh, it's impossible for me to leave, Jazz. I could never be able to leave. You just put a spell on yourself. It's not a matter of, are you going to leave? It's a matter of when. What's your plan? What's your plan? Because I'm willing to rock with you. I'll show up in my all black if you need me to come and break your ass out of that shit. But what I'm not going to do is do that if you don't have a plan. Because you ain't going to work with nobody that just put a spell on yourself. Kwan, I'm telling y'all, Harriet Tubman is mad. Y'all motherfuckers, some people don't want to be free. I almost called y'all motherfuckers because I'm mad. Sis, it's not you can't leave. It's when you going to leave. What time? How much money do you need to make? How much money do you need to sell to save? What's your plan? Where you moving? What's your roommate situation going to be like if you need somebody to go half on the bills? I've been there. Read the book. I've been there. I left with $300 to my name and slept on the floor for about 6 months till I saved up enough money. I bought a 1-bedroom apartment for $1,200 because that was the only motherfucker that would say yes to me. And I paid that money for about a whole year. I made $60,000 a year. And I had so much expenses because I had to do it the hard way that I would literally get paid and I would hand my check over. My car insurance, my rent was $1,200. Daycare was $1,200. Then Maya's father was not paying. Every time he would get mad at me, he would not pay daycare, which was $1,200, which means that's another $600 expense that I have. Right? Not including my bills, not including my insurance. Hand that shit over. You talk about depression. What the fuck am I working for? What am I going to work for 80 hours a week just to hand people over my money? Right? It wasn't until I got late. Y'all got my nose. Let me go blow my nose. Hold on. Y'all got me out here bogus. So what I'm saying is, anyway, y'all need to commit to yourselves. You need to stop making excuses. It's when. It's when. I'ma listen. I'ma listen to y'all story. And I'ma not invalidate your shit. Because you had to walk through that storm. Your fire might not have been like my fire. So I'ma listen and I'ma hold space and I'ma hold healing circles. But just know when you fucking with me, or when you taking classes, or when you doing whatever, is what you gonna do about it. You're a wounded warrior right now. You have to learn how to thrive again. So you have to be able to assess what you need and what's the plan. Warriors have to know when it is time to rest, when it's time to sit down, when it's time to sleep and ask your mans to guard you, right? When it's time to take off your cape. But the world done beat us up so much, mentally, physically. What racism? Y'all talk about reparations? Motherfucking reparations looks like us having ownership of our own healing. That's what it looks like. Maybe that's the native side in me. But like, let me around my people. Let me go to some elders in my tribe and be like, they fucked me up. Let them heal me. Let the medicine women from my tribe heal me. Don't send me to no therapist that's going to try to drug me up and kill me and make me a walking zombie because I'm chosen. But we so tired that we not fighting. We so caught in a rat race that we not fighting and that we're not committing. Yes, like solution based. What you gonna do about it? So Instagram, I see a lot of y'all that I don't get to see on Patreon, and I've been called, I kind of had some triggers and some trauma around Instagram because I see a lot of mindlessness. I see a lot of spells being put on us. And when I read that as an empath, it actually really strips me of my energy. And I haven't been wearing the crystals as much. And partly because I'm trying to learn what this feels like. And I'm building up my muscle memory so that I don't have to take on everybody's feels, right? And so I see y'all at the edge. March is coming. It's going to be here. But you got to do your best today. And when you lay down, you give it all to God and you give it all to the Creator, and you rest your physical body so your spiritual body is able to transcend and get what it needs. Sleep. If you're not sleeping, if you're not eating well, you are nothing to us. Ubuntu. I am because you are. We are only as strong as the weakest link. The circle only matters when the whole and everybody who contributes to the whole is okay. We not okay. We are not okay. We are not okay. Y'all defeated. Y'all don't know where to go when y'all wounded. Y'all don't have no real tribe. The realest motherfuckers that have held me down, YouTube was giving you trouble, who have held me down are people that I legit have never met. But their spirit, we know each other. We know each other. And when we meet each other, it's going to just be like, it ain't nothing. I've been knowing you for years. Right? Spirit, not dead. Y'all too damn distracted. God damn. I feel like my grandma. I had ADHD growing up too, so I know what that was too. Sometimes in my videos I be struggling. But that's all I got, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and finish on Patreon. I gotta share. So I asked my sister circle yesterday, yesterday, what was the accomplishment they're proud of, and I want to share with y'all. And February 1st, when I was crunching the numbers about like not having as many book sales as I usually have, right? And what I need to do for the business expenses, I was like, I'm gonna step it up on Patreon. I'm going to set a goal. My goal was $555. The last time I looked, I have 14 people who believe in my mission and who believe that what I have to offer is valuable, who subscribed. And paid me only $1 an hour for my content. That's it. Just $1 an hour. I'm $429 into my goal. Y'all do some math. 555 minus 429. And March 1st ain't here yet. March 1st ain't here yet. When I woke up, that was one step closer to my goal, which affirmed my purpose, was lit my fire. Okay. That's what you do when you support a small business. That's what y'all do. That's how you impact it. And it ain't a self-centered service. It's a service that you benefit from too. I'm fighting for all of our humanity, man. I'm fighting for all of y'all humanity. The best thing y'all could do for me in the movement, if you believe in it, is spread the word. Spread the word. Spread the word. Remember what Harriet said, y'all. She gonna be mad if I ain't tell y'all this. I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed more if only they had known they were enslaved. She can't free you if you're not willing to first admit that you need help and that you lost and that you're enslaved. Before you entered her trail at the Underground Railroad, she said, paraphrasing, I'm operating for the collective. We got some shit to do. We getting to freedom. Your life ain't more valuable than all of these lives. So if you're going on a journey, you're going all the way to freedom. Right? And you ain't going to let fear stop you along the way. If you let fear stop you and you go into panic attack or you have a fucking pass out or whatever, I'm going to have to shoot you because you're a weak link. And all of our lives are in jeopardy. Right? So that's it, y'all. That's Black History. That's your dose of Black history and jazz. Black history with jazz. I should retell a history story. But none of us are free until all of us are free. And I'm also rocking with Marcus Garvey. Everybody ain't ready to go. Everybody can't go back to the homeland. Because they gonna kill us there. We don't know. We uncivilized. To them, to Africans. People who are born in the continent, we uncivilized because we don't have culture. We don't have tradition. We don't know how to follow rules. We don't respect the process. We don't have rites of initiation no more. Then we get lost, stolen, and we allow somebody to write it. Fuck what everybody else is saying. What is your spirit saying? What are you called to do? Right? All of the major billionaires, millionaires right now, when they first came out with their visions, Their closest people to them told them they was crazy and that it would never work. Nobody would ever buy a little computer box that takes the internet with them and they could send emails. Why would you do that when you just have paper and pen? Billionaires, millionaires. So who gives a fuck if they call you crazy? Crazy only has the negative connotation if you give it. If you know that you're chosen and that you are a messenger, you're a prophet, and you sane and stable in that shit. Now, if you got to question whether or not you crazy, you don't know if you're crazy, then you might want to listen to them. But if you know you're not crazy, fuck them. I told people I was writing a book. Nobody ever want to read that sad shit. Why would somebody want to sit and read a sad ass book like that? Why would you just want negative stories? Bitch. How about the motherfucker who is sitting in their house right now contemplating suicide because they think they crazy? That's waiting for some kind of confirmation that they ain't crazy. I'm writing a book for her. And if I only write the book for her, I did something. Now I've had hundreds of hers. And if they stick to the regimen and they get that radical self-care solid squad around them, they thrive. They thrive. You got this crazy ass idea about a backpack that lights up and that has compartments so that it looks like a person inside and it holds your gun. Bitch, I'll buy that. I will buy that. When you motherfucker run up to you and you got a baby bag, it's like, no, let me stop. That's my idea. Don't nobody steal my idea. I'm just saying, follow your dreams, y'all. Go chase your dreams. Don't let nobody else tell you it's gonna be hard along the road less traveled. But that difficultness is why wounded warriors have to know who they are along the journey. And you can't know who you are until you're willing to go through a rites of passage. And sometimes that rites of passage is you completely dying spiritually to understand who you are. You ever heard stories of somebody whose life's been spared and has a crazy story? It's like, I shouldn't keep using the word crazy, but we know words only have meaning, the meaning that we give to it. So fuck everybody else thing. And then they say, I felt like I died, or I did die. And when I did die, I felt this white light on my forehead. And I felt like my spirit leave my body. And my grandma was right there. And my grandmama was like, you being hard-headed or some shit. And they tell you this story, and then you're listening to them like, you saw your grandma's face. And you wasn't dreaming, but you was awake. And she talked to you. People be like, but when you go back into your body and your physical body, you won't always hear your grandmother's voice now. And you won't listen. Because when you don't listen to her, you ended up in that hospital bed almost near death. This shit, not the same story, but something very similar happened to me. My life been spared multiple times. Multiple times. My whole house got shot up when I was in the house when I was little, in the top of my room. And I didn't die. Police pulled a gun in my face while my house was being raided. Nowadays, how many stories you heard about the police running into the house and killing kids and shit? That could have been me. Got into a car accident. Totaled the car. Everybody was crying. Even the nurse cried when she saw the car and she got there. And she was like, I don't know. She was like, I don't know how y'all okay. Covered. Don't make sense to anybody else. So if your life has been spared and you have a story like that, y'all got to stop playing small. You don't have anything to be afraid of. The universe already showed you that your life is protected. You woke up this morning. You woke up. That's confirmation. All right. Peace, love, liberation, Instagram. I love y'all. I gotta go. All right. So, Y'all, let's see what the card is for the animal for today. Y'all better chase your dreams and be who you supposed to be. Be who you're supposed to be. All right. Ooh, I needed this. I don't know what if it was someone else, but got this slap message. You got that slap. All right, sis. I'm a two-piece you, but I'm gonna give you a hug after. It's like, no, I'm just motherfucker class with Jazz be like, you just got two-piece and you just done agreed to read 3 books and write a paper and everything, and then I'm gonna be like, but you know I love you and I want the best for you, and this is why I'm doing this, because I see better in you. Stop playing small. You'd be like, damn, that shit is painful. What's up? Okay, so I welcome our ancestors, spirit guides, and spirit animals in the north. I welcome our ancestors, spirit guides, and spirit animals in the south. I welcome our ancestors, spirit guides, and spirit animals in the west. I welcome our ancestors, spirit guides, and spirit animals in the east. I welcome the ancestors, spirit guides, and spirit animals in the center of our heart and the core, our spirit animals, those who have been named and unnamed, our special ancestors who are on the other side trying to get our attention. I just welcome them into this space. Those who are of love and light, I ask that they guide us in a divine and a protective nature. I just ask that they continue to bless us and to love us. Every morning this lady called me before 8 o'clock. Okay. It's funny. It's the old lady. I be like, don't you know the etiquette rules? You don't call nobody before 8 o'clock. I might text you, sis, you up. It's 4:30. You up? If you up, yeah, you got time to talk. If you're not up, then all right. So I welcome the ancestors. The 9 totem and those animals that are named and unnamed. I welcome the ancestors in the who have come to do work, and those who are aligned with our divine purpose. I welcome those ancestors who are striving to return to us and to people around us. Okay. Yeah. Y'all gonna be some feisty little warrior mamas when y'all get on day 90. Y'all gonna be releasing y'all butterflies, and everybody gonna be like, who is this bitch? Who is this bitch? Who does she think she is? She thinks she better than everybody else. Come through, Jaguar. Don't I look like I can have a Jaguar spirit? It ain't sexual. It ain't always sexual. Goddammit. Some of y'all be. You need it. All right. Number 51, the Jaguar. That breaks down to number 6. The numerology is number 6. And the numerology is number 6. The Jaguar. Okay. Sacred Jaguar. Teach me to wear my power lightly, to walk with impeccability, to approach life with compassion, and to live up to the integrity of my human potential. Teach me to live up to the integrity of my human potential. What? Teach me to live up. Y'all gonna learn today. Jaguar. Woo! I feel this in my spirit. This is the word that Maya and I. This is the word that is at the center of my teaching practice. It says, this is just teach me to wear my power lightly, to walk with impeccability. To walk with impeccability. My human potential. The characteristics of Jesus, the reason why I really mess with the Bible, the characteristics of Jesus. This is a message in there for you. It really is. The historical story of Jesus as a prophet is real. My human potential. Teach me to live my life with integrity. Now, it's some things they messed up in there that I really don't agree with. But it's some major teachings about God and what God is and who God is that sit well with my spirit. I'll go to church because I feel protected. And I know what's for me is for me. And what's for everybody else is for everybody else. And I know sometimes a person that might not even be right in spirit has that message for me, and I need to sit there. To approach life with compassion. And we about to start talking about Jesus, and all the niggas gonna be in church on Easter. But do y'all really know the story, man? Jesus. The man who sat with prostitutes and hoes and drug dealers and criminals and washed their feet and said, let me tell you about my Father, or the person or the image that created me, the creator. Basically, just I don't care what you call. I don't care. The creator. He loves you. I want you to know your human potential. Then people took it and twisted it and made it this religion and made it this and that and mind control and all of that. But you got to be able to decipher what messages are just for you, your spirit. Integrity, impeccability. Since the death of the sky god, the godlike being who had come from the stars and led the Maya to prosperity and the golden age of spiritual understanding, his teachings of love, integrity, impeccability, and the power of a compassionate heart has been perverted. Y'all see this card popped out, right? Y'all see it popped out in contrary. Y'all about to get sucked into a lot of this. Know all the stories of Easter, even Esther. That's who you need to study too. Not just Jesus, the guy. Esther also has some rich history and some gems that you need to go study. Go find her. Know her. A compassionate heart has been converted. That's why I struggle with Christians. They know the word, they speak the word, but some don't live it. And not just the religious dogma shit of living it. The will you give your last. When an opportunity presents itself for you to break the cycle and for you to live like God do, what would Jesus do in this moment? And you don't do what Jesus would do? I question your integrity. This house ain't just about me and my daughter. It's about one or two other women that are going to understand integrity, impeccability, compassion, love, human potential. Sis, you just need a stable home. You need to stop moving around so much. You need somebody that's going to put up a chart in the house that's like, yo, sis saving to get a car. This the plan for her to get a car. She only going to be on the bus for 3 more months. Right? She only going to have to ask me for a ride for this amount of time. Impeccability. The distortion of his Jaguar teachings had degenerated to where the priests were sacrificing human beings, foolishly cutting out the victim's heart to reclaim the power of the golden days of his empire. Who is this? The priest, the government, the people that we hand our lives over to because we just want to believe that they have a human spirit like we have, that they know God like we know God, and they know that we struggling right now, and they know that we can't make ends meet. So they're going to create a program that's going to be a stepping stone. But what you did is you allowed them to sacrifice your heart. And you're not making decisions with your heart and your mind. That's why I love the 42 principles of Mayat. Peace and justice and balance and harmony. What is right. When the solution comes about what is right, I do what is right no matter what my own agenda is. No matter what my own agenda is, I do what is right. I do what's right. Forgotten was the authentic power of the honorable and loving heart in the sky god's teachings. The great Jaguar spirit, who was sky god's totem, Jesus, and whatever God and the creator that you want to follow is of integrity and impeccability. If you can't discern what is of ego and what is negative spirit and what is toxic spirit and low vibration spirit, you don't know God like you think you do. Roam the dreams of the Maya, looking for any dishonorable behavior. Dishonorable behavior needs to be called out and addressed. You can't pray away the child molester in the family, sis. I don't give a fuck what your grandma told you. I'm going to leave this right here. The great Jaguar spirit, who was God's totem, roamed the dreams of the Maya, looking for any dishonorable behavior. His misdeeds and his abuses of power had diminished the spirit of Maya and needed to be sacrificed for the survival of other people. The priest, who had abused the authority and power bestowed on them, quaked in fear, knowing that the day of reckoning had come. Judgment Day in Mayat is every day. When you lay your spirit down to rest, when you lay your physical body to rest, it is of the belief that the gods, you can search whoever they are, they weigh your heart. Is your heart heavy or is it of a Mayat feather? If your heart is heavy, you have to go cleanse and you have to purge and you have to work through until that heart is given back to you. But some of us not open to that. It says Jaguar fought justice by stalking their dreams and devouring their fragrantly dishonorable and greedy misdeeds. Greedy. 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 Greed. And sometimes I wish I didn't have to live in capitalism. Seriously. The Fed's probably going to get me for saying this, but fuck this shit. I got to cleanse myself and work spiritually to keep my heart so pure every day that I'm like, man, this is a lot of work. And then I still got to function in this society. And then I got to deal with Black people who don't understand that it's not all about money. It's about energy. Right? And then I got to have the stupid motherfuckers in my ear that's like, if you such a healer, why you charging everybody? Because, bitch, I got bills just like you do. Can me and Maya come live in your crib while I heal you all day for free? Can I tell the Toyota when they need they $329 for my little ass Toyota that has almost 100,000 miles on it? I owe $11,000. Can I tell them, oh, I just healed all these people this week. Those services were worth $700, but don't nobody want to invest in it. So can I pay you with my service? I wish I could. Greedy, misdeeds, and dishonorable. Those are lies. You don't want to work for free. You said slavery is wrong. Why are you trying to enslave me? Now, if we got some coins that we can barter, and you can tell me if I take these coins, I can go to this grocery store, and this grocery store gonna give me some vegan food, some plant-based food for the coins. I got you. Yep. Jaguar medicine is integrity and impeccability. Its mission is to devour the unclean aspects of the human behavior. Jaguar teaches us the penalties of inappropriate behavior and offers the rewards of good medicine to those who stand in their personal integrity and walk through life in an impeccable manner. Its mission is to devour unclean aspects of the human spirit. In order for you to glow up, sis, before you go into that cocoon, your birth plan, before you go into that cocoon, the question should be, what is stopping you or hindering you from taking your ideas in stage 2 and acting on them so that you will be able to prepare and have everything that you need before you go into that cocoon? When I go into the cocoon, this is what I need. I need a lot of extra energy, because I know once I open Pandora's box up and I do the work of working through Pandora's box, what's going to happen is I'm going to be very emotional. What do I need? Is it a dollar amount in your savings account? Is it a special talk with your partner and your significant other? Like, look, I've been grinding for 3 years. I'll never take no days off, right? I'm tired. I don't have no PTO days. I'm calling my boss and telling them I'm not coming for the next 2 days. Can you hold the family down? I'm going to be a little short this week. And if your partner tell you, no, sis, what the fuck? You need not be there. Because you're going to fall apart in front of all of them. And ain't none of the kids going to turn out good. Let me call them. I need to start doing negotiations for mental health with partners. Look, bro, you want her to have a nervous breakdown and run your kids off the bridge tomorrow? Was she telling me she tired? She telling me she hate her job. She depressed. The sex sucks. Ain't no spirit in you. She said you came home and you smelled like perfume and you had lipstick on your thing, and you tried to convince her to have sex, and it triggered her because she has sexual trauma that she ain't okay with telling you. That's why we need therapy. Integrity. Integrity is not lying to your partner to protect them and their energy, and then you self-sacrificing your life. That's a lie. You're a liar. Integrity is not enduring sex when your vagina is not moisturized because you're triggered because of your sexual trauma. That's not integrity. That's not an impeccable manner. That's abuse to yourself, and you are perpetuating it. Write them a letter if you can't say it out loud. Tell your therapist to call a special meeting and have them think you showing up because it's you. And it is you. But if that man really care, or if that woman really care, they're going to be there. And they're going to apologize to you for being an asshole and making you feel invisible and that you weren't a priority. If Jaguar is roaming your dreams and your reality day, its primal roar may be rewarding you for maintaining your integrity in some situation where you could have easily misused your authority. That means your words are impeccable. Be impeccable with your word is one of the things, the 4 agreements that I have everybody read. A prerequisite to working with me is about to start being, you need to read these 3 books. Just so we clear, this is my teaching. That's what you're really asking people when you ask them where did they went to school, where did they get their degrees. Some people are self-taught. The 4 agreements taught me. Be impeccable with my word. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I don't do it, I try to check in with you. If I don't check in with you, then when you come to me, when you say, bitch, you say you was going to check in with me on Friday. You ain't checking in with me on Friday. I take ownership, charge my head and not my heart. Know that my heart is pure and know that I intended to do it. And I understand that the impact on you when I intended to do it is it makes you feel like I don't care. But sis, let me just tell you these 5 things that I've been carrying this week. I'm tired. I actually fell asleep. Like, yeah, be impeccable with your word. Don't misuse your authority. I don't come to sisters and lie to them and tell them that I can fix everything overnight. I can't. It's certain shit that might come up in when I'm doing the wound cleanse and all of this and I'm receiving messages and downloads. It's certain stuff that might come to me that is above me. I may have to send you to somebody else. When I do the spiritual cleanse and you get up and you tell me, man, I got a flashback to when I was 5. Something really bad happened to me. I'm going to send you to a therapist. I'm not going to say, sis, I can fix you. I can't. My contribution to your healing was a spiritual bath that I prayed over, and I asked those herbs to release whatever it is that you need to be released to elevate to your highest self. Release it. Let it go. Forgive yourself. When you watch that dirt go down the drain, think of all that nasty shit you was carrying. Don't abuse your authority. Ever. It is not of Mayat and it's not of Jaguar. And now you're hearing it's not of Jesus. Sky God, whether they call it the sky God, whether the Mayans believe this is only the sun. The sun, the rising of the sun. Whether you believe he walked here in the physical and he rose up on the 3rd day, or he roses up every day, whichever. Yes, and both can be true and exist. When you know yourself. Jesus knew that he was supposed to be sacrificed. It was a part of his will. It was a part of his agreement to come here. So when he got that flash for it, and Judas, he looked at him and he said, it's okay. You did what you were supposed to do. My father, you did that. People had to see this. Stories. If that story sits well with you, cool. What you learn from it. It says you may have been unwilling to pass judgment on another or to be self-serving. Were you easily kind to someone or do a good deed that was unexpected? If so, allow the recognition to fill you with the feelings of well-being and continue to serve with the compassion and overhearted integrity. Do not falter in your resolve to be your personal best at all times. Do not falter in your resolve to be your personal best at all times. When you slip and when you fall, you go into self-reflection and you go into introspection, and then you just know because you know that you know. Don't let nobody take you out of character. And if you do got to go out of character, you have the reason for it. Your ratchet side might not have to come out because you need to protect yourself spiritually. You might have to tell a bitch, I might have to cut you. If you run up on me with that knife, sis, I'm gonna have to cut your ass. If I come to your house and when your demons start coming out, you try to fight me, I'm boxing with you, sis. I just need you to know that because my life depends on it. I have real life situations like that where someone has called me to heal them, and when their demons came out, they try to take that shit on little old me. And I had to be like, sis, I would choke the shit out of you, and it's a hawk in me right now, so you better sit your crazy ass the fuck down right now. For real. You have to look at people in the eyes and just be like, this ain't where it's at. I got demons too, and they want a box. Sometimes, your best though. Your best is actually kind of hugging them if they need a hug. Maintain your dignity, devotion, and compassion, holding forthrightness and honesty no matter what the contrary influences are. Do not feed any self-important need to be an enlightened one, treating yourself in a self-righteous manner. When the universe has revealed to you, you need to be quiet, you need to be still, and you need to hold in your messages. Do it. I'm not an enlightened one. I have everything. Like some of y'all, it's 4 of y'all on here. Every single one of you, all 4 of you who are on here right now. You have something to teach me. You have something to teach me. My master number is 11. I'm a master teacher. I have a master's in education. I'm always going to shut up and listen when I feel like it's the right message for me. But I also have the discernment to know somewhere within that message what's not for me. Oh, sis, I heard you on this. I've assessed it. I've actually thought about that topic a lot. And you're right. I thought I was right on it, but you're right. I'm going to incorporate that into my regimen. Kwana, actually, I don't know if she's still on here. When she told me the title of her workshop, Are You Ready for the Ring? I laughed at her and I said, no, I'm not. I'm not. I still have some fear I need to deal with around exposing my daughter to another man. I still have some fear around sharing personal space because I have a lot of triggers around that. I'm an introvert. I can't have no loud motherfucker that's sharing a room with me all day, every day, and I'll have my own space. I haven't designed a house that has a womb cave in it yet. So it's certain things that I'm like, yo, no, I can actually say no to that. Am I open to loving? Yes. Yes. I'm open. Am I open to looking at and applying my spiritual lessons to myself enough to make it a lifestyle so that I attract the person that's on my level? Yes. Has he showed up yet? I don't know. Am I willing to work? Yes. Am I willing to prepare, like you said, Shannon? Yes. I got this. Am I ready to move motherfucker in my house and sleep in the same bed with him every day? No. And that'll be a no. Do I want to cuddle sometimes? Do I need some sexual healing? Yes. All right, let me keep going, y'all. I love y'all. Jaguar medicine teaches us that personal integrity allows your messages or your mistakes, embraces forgiveness, and humbly makes self-directed corrections, allowing a rebalanced spirit to triumph once again. So we got it in contrary. So that means that we're off balance. I hope y'all listening today, and I hope whoever this message was, because this is the third time I think that we pulled this, the Jaguar. The Jaguar. The Jaguar. The dollar bill, y'all. All about the dollar bill, y'all. It's not though, but it is in some extent. Money is energetic. All right. So the Jaguar and contrary. If Jaguar is hanging upside down from a tree limb today, you may have created an enlightenment trap for yourself. Has the misuse of authority kept you from walking your path with impeccability? Have you betrayed your personal integrity to accommodate others? Are you engaged in some activity that lessens your potential? If so, call your spirit or energy back. Integrity requires a forgiving and open heart. Compassion and mercy are also needed. Self-blaming or pointing fingers at others only shows your own lack of integrity. In the contrary, Jaguar always warns you to correct any need to control others. You got to know when to hold them, when to fold them, and when to, what else he say? Go on about your damn day. Don't try to control. The people that you supposed to get your magic and your gift is for, you don't have to fight them on that. You know how to control them. They know exactly what they need to do. You're just providing the confirmation. At the end of the day, you got to step back. This your life. This your life. This your life. If you don't expect to fight for your life, how you expect others to fight for your life? Compassion and mercy are needed. Self-blaming or pointing fingers at others only shows your own lack of integrity to yourself. The first place you practice integrity is to you. I'm not going to lie to you in your face, because if I lie to you in your face, I lied to myself, and that means that I'm a liar and that I don't like being a liar. No, I'm not telling you. No, I can't go. No. You ask me why? I ain't got the energy. I don't have the capacity. Tired. And the contrary, and I don't say it like that, but I just said like I say it to like this to y'all so that I can be dramatic, but I don't really communicate like that unless I have to, unless that's the only language that somebody speaks. I'd be like, bitch, I said no. Did you hear me? Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? I can't do it. You want me to show up like a zombie and be a bitch all day? No, I don't want to be around you and your friends and y'all gossiping and shit, because I'm going to be mad and I'm going to be irritated. Because y'all wasting my fucking time. I could be writing a second book. I need to be making some money. I need to be buying this house. Agitated. So tell yourself the truth. In the contrary, Jaguar allows warnings to correct you any need. In contrary, Jaguar always warns you to correct any need to control others, any abusers or influence, any form of manipulation, moralistic judgments, dishonesty, hidden agendas, envy, greed, or victim-like jealousy that may be affecting your life. If you have slipped away, a temporary lapse in impeccability to compromise your integrity, you need to rectify your misdeeds. Jaguar reminds us, become impeccable, use integrity, and you will thrive. Become impeccable, use integrity, and you will thrive. All right, I gotta be somewhere in about 18 minutes, so I gotta go, y'all. Probably gonna be walking in on CP time. God dang it. I was saving souls, all right? Y'all gonna make me a note saying I was saving y'all soul? And to live up to the intent of my human potential. All right, invite your friends today. I'm actually only about 3 people to reach my goal. So if you know some friends that would love this type of stuff and you want to join them, please make sure you join them. Helping me meet this quota of $555 per month is going to put me in a wonderful place to buy this house. And I know y'all love me and y'all want this to happen. One of these days we could be having a circle in the room And y'all could be in the room and feel the actual heat that comes in the room. And y'all could feel the actual energy when you pull the card that is just for you. But I gotta have a solid place. I can't be asking Airbnb people to I can't be asking Airbnb people to allow us to do this. Don't no white person who owns some shit want us to come and have a healing circle. Fuck. All right, I gotta go, y'all. I love y'all. Peace.